So I didn't come with my equipment, guys. So I'm just going to hold the phone in my hand. I want to share with you a disturbing fact I've discovered on this journey, okay? Post-awakening. Now, you see, back in the days before I left the dysfunctional family system, I was trying to find justice for one of my siblings who was under abuse. So this sibling was entangled with a narcissist. And I wanted to find justice. So I approached the narcissistic parent. I told him everything. I told him that so-and-so is going through abuse. I explained to him that this individual is most likely with a narcissist and we need to help him. Are you guys following? And the narcissistic parent ignored me. So I noticed that whatever I was saying in that time, it was just blowing past his ears. You know, he couldn't figure out, he couldn't understand what I was saying. So I stopped trying very hard. Okay, I was like, I'm not gonna deal with this. I stopped trying very hard and I extracted myself out of a dysfunctional family system. And voila, that is when everything made sense. I finally got it. I was like, oh, I get it. Why did I get it? Because I noticed that the person I was reporting to was also another narcissist. So this person could recognize, even if sometimes they may not really understand, they're not self-aware of who a narcissist is, but I knew that person actually was also protecting and defending the abuser. So that's when I got my awakening. I received my second awakening about the dysfunctional family system. Until this moment in time, I have never looked back, okay? There is something what I want you guys to understand, empaths. When you're going through abuse, there's a very big chance that you're going to run and report that situation to another individual. And you may recognize that that individual is too much laid back, okay? They're not concerned about what it is you're going through. It feels like they cannot hear you. You're telling them that this person is doing this, this person is doing that. They can't hear you. You're screaming in their ears, they can't hear you. That is because, in actual reality, you're reporting to another narcissist themselves. And this thing can also happen in any setting of society. Maybe sometimes you run to the authorities and you tell them, oh, you're being abused and something like that. Oh, what is the evidence? You're not sure about what you're talking about. What is wrong with you? So they start gaslighting you. You guys have heard about cases where people, they report abuse, even sometimes in courts. And for some mysterious reason, they cannot get justice. It feels like they're talking to an empty person, you know, and they are struggling, they cannot get justice. That thing is a very common scenario because as you continue to wake up, you continue to understand that these people is a network, okay? That so-called narcissism spirit is a network. And they also work together, they recognize each other. You know what I mean? So when you're running to somewhere for help, you're going through stuff and you're running to somewhere for help, to somebody for help or somewhere for help, and you're realizing the people that you're talking with, they cannot help you. Even if they know that they are in position to help you, they don't want to help you, okay? It is going to be the very first sign that the person that you're reporting to is also another abusive, toxic individual. and they cannot see anything you're talking about. They recognize the pattern, what you're talking about, abuse and everything. And many times they will also understand that the person you're talking about or trying to report is another narcissist like them. So they will never come to your rescue to help you figure things out, you know what I mean, get justice or things like that. They won't do that, you know? So that's why sometimes you see a lot of times people who are going through abuse, they are struggling to get justice, okay? I personally had a case that I reported last year in November, okay? Uh, and the guys were like, yeah, you know, okay, we shall check it out and this and this, and they put the file in the closet. Until this moment, we're nearly getting in July, and nobody has ever reached out to me, even to tell me something that, okay, this is where we have reached on that particular case, okay? So these kind of scenarios, they keep on going on and on and on and on because we live in a society where there is so many narcissistic individuals everywhere. You want to run to your parent is also a problem. They're just another knock. You want to run to your uncle, the same thing. You run to your landlord, the same thing. Everywhere that you go, they are everywhere. There are so many. I've told you guys, these guys are everywhere. You know what I mean? So it is in this video that I want to appeal to a lot of empaths going through abuse. You have to have a general awareness, and you have to have an understanding. First of all, before even you report, you must have a clear understanding of what narcissism really is. When you get that understanding, it is also going to help you to run to the right places for help. Okay? You're not going to just run up and down, going around and telling everybody. I did that mistake when I was awake, when I woke up. So that time I was very surprised and in shock. And I ran around to everybody. I was, oh, you know what? This is what I've discovered. That is what is going on. You know, that one is a knock. This one is a knock. I was trying to tell people. And people was like, huh? What are you talking about? Narcissism? What is narcissism? So some people were running to Google things out. What is this guy talking about, Denzomos? So they couldn't understand what I was saying in that time. So I noticed that most of the people that I was speaking with at the time, many of them, they was part of the network. And there was not pretty much anything I could do. Okay? So for the abuse victims, be aware and be very careful. Okay? The people that you talk with, pay attention to the people you're talking with. Okay? Don't come from one problem only for you to run and jump into another one. They will not help you. Okay? They will not help you. They're not ready to help you. There's nothing they can do for you because they are not going to persecute anybody that is among them. Anybody that is with them is what you guys have to understand. They cannot persecute anybody that is actually working with them together. All right, guys? So when there's something going on, take your time, be very patient, analyze the situation, understand if it's really abuse or not. And then the second thing you're going to do, you're going to look around and you're going to find the right people that you're going to report. Because in most case scenarios, a lot of narcissistic abuse cases, they will usually go unnoticed and many of them will be unreported. Okay? That is because the entire thing is a network. Okay? This is a network of energy vampires and they don't want information to get out there. Okay? So they don't want anything to be known that somebody is going through abuse. They want it to be a secret. They want everybody to keep their mouth shut. And they don't want to be caught. Okay? It's very few cases where you will find abuse actually being registered, even in the legal system. It's going to be very difficult because most of the times you go, you're explaining to somebody that you're going through abuse. And the person, those guys that you're reporting, they can see the evidence in their face. They see everything, what you're talking about. They even see sometimes the damage that has been caused, but they're not ready to handle that case because the people that are supposed to handle that case, they are part and parcel of the entire network. This whole thing is a network. Okay, guys? So be mindful what you're dealing with. Protect yourselves. Know what it is, first of all. See it for what it is. And then you should be able to understand if you need legal help, for example, your attorney, maybe sometimes your psychologists, maybe your doctors or whatever. Many of them, they're part of the system. So if you ever sniff out or understand that that is the problem, the person that you're talking with is part of the system, then I would recommend you might as well go ahead and find somebody else. Okay, find the person, get some information, and find the person who is going to help you. Whether it is physical help, whether it is emotional help, or I don't know, maybe sometimes financial help, you know, find somebody in the right position to help you. In most of the cases, if you're an empath, the very first people that are going to come to your aid in real serious scenarios, they can usually be other people like you. But the other people who are not like you, they're also abusive people. They cannot understand what you're saying. They understand what you're saying, okay? But they're not ready to help you. They are not ready to take action to help you with that particular situation. So it's an awareness video. Like I've said, protect yourself, guys. Be aware. This thing is serious. It's everywhere. But when you awaken, you know what to do. You know where to go. And you know how to protect and defend yourself. So let me not think about the video, guys, in the comment section below. You guys do know I love and appreciate your support. Please book a session if you would like to. You could donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.